We begin by sounding in a way like we choose the tone that's lower than our regular tone of voice, but not too low, so it shouldn't really require a lot of effort. It should be relatively easy, however, relatively low. And we begin to sound with our lips closed, with our mouth shut. And when I make the sound, I kind of connect to what is underneath the Earth's surface, the part of the universe that's in this underworld, let's say. Maybe the roots of the trees, maybe some creatures that live under the surface of the Earth. Maybe there will be some trolls or gnomes. I connect to that. I'm not trying to be loud when I'm sounding. And I keep trying to connect to that part of the universe that's underneath the surface of the Earth. And at one point I open my mouth. I changed to the open sound. And then I shift to the next part of the exercise. This part will involve the normal tone of voice, so we kind of sound on our average regular tone of voice. We try to connect to what surrounds us, in a way, what exists on the surface of the earth, like people, houses, trees, all the rest that exists on the level where we inhabit. And again, I begin the sound. I begin with a sound that is closed. I don't open my mouth. I'm just humming. I'm not trying to be very loud. And at one point, I open my mouth. I allow the sound to be open as well. And then I shift to the tone of voice that's a bit higher than my regular tone. And I imagine that I connect to what is above the earth. Maybe it's the sky, maybe those would be birds, maybe those would be airplanes, maybe those would be clouds. I imagine that I connect to something that's above me. And I start with the mouth shut. I start with this closed sound. don't try to be very loud. And at one point I open my mouth, so I shift towards the open sound. I connect to what is above me. Then I wait a few seconds, I feel what is changing. How is the inner space? How do I feel? And then I return to the sound that is close to my regular tone of voice, like a bit lower than what we were doing a few seconds before. So it's my regular tone of voice, and I connect again with the earth surface, with what surrounds me, with what is inhabiting this planet. Maybe people, maybe trees, maybe animals. And I begin again with my lips closed, so it's the sound that is also closed. And at one point I open my mouth, so I shift to the open sound. Again, I feel a little bit of what is changing in the body. How do I feel? And for the last piece of the exercise, I again shift to the lower tone of voice. That's a bit lower than my regular tone of voice. And I connect to the underworld, to what is below the surface of the earth. So I begin to sound with my lips closed again. And at one point again, I open my mouth, I shift to the open sound.